back to Lifestyle with me, Pam Joseph, live here at the Ben TV studios in London. Right, in the studio with me I have actor, storyteller, poet, writer, director, voiceover artist, non-stop, Mr. Victor Richards in the house. How are you doing? You're a busy man, a very busy man, man of many talents, I must say. I've got this clutching in my hands here, your new CD, Illusion, Streets Paved with Gold. We're going to go on to that in a moment, but for the benefit of our viewers, we want to know a little bit more about Victor Richards. I've read so many things there, I just gave you so many titles. Talk to me, how did the world of media, you know, how old were you, how did it attract you? Talk to me about all of this.
Well, it started probably 20 years ago. Obviously, in my younger days, I was a fashion and commercial model choreographer. I'm not going to dwell on that so much, right. but there's one particular show that I did in the early 80s, which was called Fashion to the Ages. This was done at Birmingham, the old Porsche Club. Ooh. And that show, it was just an inspiration. You wake up in the morning, you have an idea, you get an idea. And I wanted to try with the models that I knew at the time in Birmingham and surrounding areas, to put together a show that looked at what would it be like with our parents when they first came to this country, you know, in the 50s and 60s.
Interesting.
The Blue Beat, the Scar Ring, and it was a show that really turned into a historical piece of work, which is in the libraries. And basically, so we had the Blue Beat, the Scar, the Reggae, Jazz, the Soul. We had the old dresses our parents used to wear. When simmer down, young, gifted and black. And that then led me on to going to drama college years afterwards and turning the whole show into a one-man play, which is called Streets Paved with Gold. Yes. Then I taught that. That gave me an opportunity to build up a confidence, doing workshops in schools and touring around, whether it's Japan and various different places, but also going into the day centers for our elders, which I spent a lot of time doing, and developing my workshops, finesse and skills. Yes. And then that led me on to the poetry, producing the book Poetry trilogy, and then the CD came in the last few months or so. So it's a story, it's a journey, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. When you say about the poetry, how did that come about? Does one learn poetry, or are you gifted? It's very much inspirational. I mean, I think going to drama college and looking at things from a Eurocentric perspective, it made me realise you try to do things the way you're taught, but you realise, hang on, you know, I don't quite fit into this, or you've got to find yourself. And the good thing about these spaces, these learning institutions, that they give you an opportunity to do that. And obviously, my speciality is Windrush, you know, so looking at the Windrush and those people who came and turned that whole into an educational, musical, entertaining, spiritual thing, and bringing the young and the old together, and then bringing it out to the wider world, as far as Japan and other places. To me, that's been a journey for me. That's absolutely amazing. Theatre in Education, that's TIE. The educational part of what you do is unique. It's great because there's an element that the kids don't get bored because you're just talking education. You're doing a theatrical way about it. You know, it's more interesting. Keep them focused. Keep their attention. That's right. That's right. I think obviously you can't just go in and talk about history. You've got to find a way to link it to them now. And obviously using simple techniques. Well, choose 3 words. When you ask anybody to choose 3 words within 10 minutes, they normally come up with love, family, money, football, or something like this. And then obviously get them to express those 3 words within 15 seconds each. What you've got 45 seconds of words. The interesting thing is that we memorize those words, not necessarily in the same order, but the memory is very powerful. So therefore, what I always do is level the playing field. No books, no flip charts, no pen, because some people are very good at reading. A lot of people suffer from dyslexia. So therefore, I level the playing fields, and what we have within 20 minutes is these individuals using 3 words and turn into poetry without writing it down within less than basically 10 minutes. What you have at the end of the 2-hour workshop, these ages between probably 7 and 11, is a whole production, because we go from that to choreograph, producing, getting off and on stage. And what you actually produce is
they don't realise it, but you're building the confidence,
Yeah.
they're focusing, and when you have a story that you're telling yourself, then you memorize it better, you tell it the way you wanted to tell it, and it's just so quick, and they get lifetime skills, basically.
Yeah. This is very, very good. You talk about touring. It's not very easy to just say you're going to get a group of people and tour. You need backing, you need, sponsorship, you need financial aid. How are you finding all of that, Victor?
How I started in the beginning is I remember having a conversation with one of my tutors at college way back in the day, the early 90s, and something he said to me which stuck in my mind. And I asked him the question, why is it that every year we have to go and get funding to do productions, and it's getting less, and the productions are not as glamorous as the ones before? And he answered, well, that's the way we do it. So one of the things I experiment with producing my one-man show the last 15 years is how can I produce something that was reusable, that can develop a shelf life, that had historical, contemporary, and an educational value to it as well. Yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, they gave us £50. I bought a piece of carpet, a Chilby hat, a waistcoat, and it was all reusable every year. And that was my set, and one or two old grips. Obviously, you borrow things from your mum,
of course,
and the old wigs and platform shoes and the little black and white photograph of your mum and dad got married, those sort of things. And that was my set, and basically, I used the same set I've been using the last 15 years, I should say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's teaching that awareness. Now, once you produce something and you've run it in, you've got the timing, you've got it up to a reasonably good standard, you can take it around the West End, and people start to think about, well, this is good. We'll give you something.
Yes.
You see.
Yeah.
I do things in reverse, basically.
Yeah, this is good. You say it's good. I don't know whether you saw earlier, we had a clip of campaigner Stephanie Pitcher talking about black history in the curriculum schools. I mean, it's a campaign that most of us, we've been dealing with it in our own way for the years. Just how important, Victor, is it to get black history in our curriculum, in our schools, in our British schools?
Well, I've been in talks with Stephanie for the last couple of years now, and we haven't met recently, perhaps the last 6 months when we go out to enjoy ourselves. But we had a good chat a couple of years or so ago, and about she wanted me to come into schools and work with her, and I'd given her some good information workshop programs that she can use, and I know she's gone away and been working with that, and I know that we've met recently and we know that we'll come together. So I can't really stress enough how important it is. I mean, if I was to simply say that what I've experienced working with teachers, average teachers in school now, the average age between 25 and 35 years of age, we've probably never heard of Windrush at all. What we've got is people coming in, because nothing's changed in the last 60, 70 years from my perspective, working in this area. People are still coming in looking for that pot of gold, and the idea of supporting their parents and family back home and bringing them to have a better opportunity of education and life in England. Nothing has changed, is it? So what we've got is a wider diaphragm of people in this country and in the schools, which the teachers can't cope with. They don't know how to, and that's where people like me come in.
Of course. Yeah. Brilliant.
That's definitely.
We spoke at the beginning about the release of your new CD, Victor Risher's Illusion, Streets Paved with Gold. Talk to our viewers about what they can expect when they purchase.
It's a wonderful, wonderful album, and I just like it when you wake up in the morning, you get these ideas. It is spiritual, entertaining, it's reggae flavoured spoken word album, and it's the reason why I've been asked to go to Barbados and Jamaica. Barbados is in March. That's a friend of mine called Anderson Pilgrim, and he's listened to the album and he said, "This is fantastic. Could you come out to our 5th edition of our festival and the arts that they have for the last 5 years to do poetry?" And it looks at all areas of the arts, paintings, people screening films. It's a week. So I'm looking for sponsors. Anybody there who sponsor me for that? And then there's I've been asked by a lovely lady by the name of Patricia Thomas Mackenzie. She's based here in the UK and resides in Jamaica. She's doing something called the international children's conference, Safeguarding for Children in Jamaica, and that's the 16th of May. So I'm looking for sponsors to come down, and that's going to be a very interesting thing. So the Barbados one, the Barbados one. Are we still in
This is you.
This is it. This is it. Yeah. Okay. So
let's hear it then.
let's hear it.
Okay.
The warning about that.
I put on 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of underpants, my long johns, all of my jumpers and my overcoat and my chill behind. Visited Thames that morning, one I remembered very well. Had to climb 5 flights of stairs, and when I reached the top, there was no carpet. The window was cracked. It was damp all over the single bed was still Ricky Marsh. It smelled bad. The owner said to me it was his best room. Take it or leave it. I took one leg and headed back down the stairs. They said, listen to the streets that was paved with gold. They said it's a story that's never been told. Dreamt of the high, the touch, the low. It's given them a passion for time. But within their hearts they felt their souls in the streets that was paved with gold. The winters here, the faces there. Create the
I like that, I really, really do. We've got the DVD.
That's a CD talking book.
Oh, a CD talking book.
Yes.
And
that's
the book. And of course, the CD.
Yes.
Right. Where can people purchase any of these items?
If they go to Amazon, but if they come to my website, which is www.vjaytheatre.net, they could. And for the CD, if they go to iTunes and any of the online shopping outlets, they can purchase the CD.
Right. Brilliant. I know that you've got, been told we're going to have to round up shortly.
Sure.
So, is a competition for just maybe just one lucky viewer to get your hands on Victor's new CD, Illusion Streets Paved with Gold. Can we give a nice question? Not too hard, Victor. Something we've spoken about as we've been chit-chatting. Something not too hard, Victor.
Not too hard that those viewers may have been listening.
If they were.
Something I've said. I'm sure you must have an idea. You've got.
Well,
right?
what was your...
I might choose something too hard. That's the thing.
You only want to. Okay, Victor spoke about his earlier days when he. You don't like that.
Go on.
Okay, his earlier days. What was his profession before he got into writing and acting? What was,
very good.
Right,
Very good,
what was
very
his
good.
profession? And those of you who give us a correct answer, you'll be picked, the winner will be picked randomly. So you should know the drill by now. It's lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. Now this competition is going to run right through to 12 midnight following Monday. As you well know by now, this show is going to be repeated again Monday from 5 p.m. What was Victor Richards' first profession before he started writing and acting? And doing voiceovers.
Easy. It's an easy one.
And directing. So there's your chance to get that CD. Victor, a pleasure, as always. Keep up the good work. When you see Stephanie, tell her from me, loving what she's doing. And keep it up.
Yes, and I've been told that I know normally you would play music videos. I'm having the music videos to that particular track that they heard earlier finish the next week or two. Can I send it in?
Yes, please.
Will do.
Please do.
Thank you
ever
very
so much, Victor.
It's
Thank
been
you.
a real pleasure.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
All right, we're going to go for a short break now. And all I can say is I'll see you soon. I'm going to have another quick word with Victor. See you in a minute.